aren't we a pair? Pink and yellow.
Mm-hmm. Perfect colors for filming.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze. It's cocktail hour. It's Friday. It's my favorite day. Get to film with you, and we get to do some creative cocktails. Not so creative today, but I think a little bit complicated.
We did add an extra step.
Yeah. So if you like our cocktails and you like what we do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to us. Check out all of our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all of that cool stuff. And today, as you can see, we're going to try our hand. Somebody's getting added.
I'm going to change something on.
We're going to try our hand at a smoked old-fashioned. So we've got a recipe for an old-fashioned. You can check that in the playlist, and hopefully I can maybe link it at the end of this video. We'll see. But you can definitely check out our old-fashioned. And we have been having trouble with smoked old-fashions. We didn't know we really liked it, our own. We tried them in some bars and really liked it. We couldn't figure out what we were doing wrong, and it was all about the wood. So we got basically a stave from Black Patch Distillery in Missouri. They were really kind enough to give us some staves. So,
and you could probably go to almost any distillery.
Yeah.
Because once the barrel's unusable for a thing, they can either sell it, and distilleries might just be a good idea to
if you can get a nice bourbon stave, whiskey stave. But yeah, it's really hard to find white oak anywhere other than
I mean, if you went
barrels.
to a proper lumber yard, and
even then it's kind of hard. You have to go to craft lumber.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
A proper lumber yard where someone actually knows what all the wood is.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a big box store lumber yard, it might be mitered and glued together, which you don't want.
Right.
You need just fresh wood. And it
Not
probably,
fresh wood, but dried wood. Yeah.
No glue, no nothing.
But yeah, so just check your local distillery. You can order them online, but pooh-wee, they want a lot. So just check online or your local distillery, and they might have it. Or a place that makes furniture out of
This
barrels.
one thing should last you a long time.
Yeah, a long time. So let's get down to this. This is a very simple process. It's just kind of complicated in knowing what to do. And
Steps.
It's steps. You need 2 glasses here. And so we have 3 because we're each going to have one. But you need the glass that you mix in. And prior to mixing...
So for the recipe, it's just a sugar cube.
Oh, okay.
We're using the Angostura aromatic bitters. And so you just put sugar cube in a glass, and you just...
4 or 5, depending on how strong you want it.
And then 2 ounces of your choice of bourbon, rye...
2 ounces.
What have you?
Bourbon or rye. And we're debating today, and we decided to go with Wild Turkey because it's just something very
Affordable and available.
and common. So what I'm doing is I'm heating up the stave here with my blowtorch, getting it nice and smoky. And now I'm going to cover that. And as you can see, hopefully you can see, it's smoke in that glass. What'd you do?
I forgot to crush the sugar cube. Wasn't
Put
paying
the
attention.
sugar cube in. You put in some...
I didn't break nothing. I didn't.
So you put the sugar cube in, 4 dashes of bitters Angostura, and then you want to muddle your sugar cube.
Before you put the bourbon in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a professional.
So you muddle it, and then you're going to put your 2 ounces of bourbon in it, or rye. We normally drink a rye old-fashioned, but we decided we really wanted to try the bourbon old-fashioned. You want to get it dissolved really well, which is something that we are still working on, trying to get that dissolved. We kind of get a little crystallization at the end of our drink. You can use simple syrup. I think it's about 1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
Or sweetened to desire, because it
Yeah.
make it a little easier to refine the sweetness that way.
Right. You can also substitute simple syrup or the sugar cube with maple syrup, like a real maple syrup, not like a squeeze, not like you buy for your pancakes, but a real maple syrup. And that gives it a little mapley flavor.
I wish we had, because I would want to try that.
Oh, we have maple syrup.
No, like here right now.
Oh, we'll get maple syrup and try it out there. But all right, once you get it dissolved,
that's good enough.
I like to. This is nice and smoky, but I like to give it a little bit, one more heat, add some more smoke to it, just to infuse that glass.
Or just lightly coat it.
Okay, and then you can go ahead and pour it in, and then we're gonna add 1 ice cube.
So put the ice cube.
Sure. We're gonna use my fingers.
Hope you washed your hands.
And there you go. It's got a nice smokiness to it. It's not like a house fire smokiness. Yeah, it's really good. You can do an orange. Here, I'm gonna reach over you if you don't mind. I'll go ahead and get yours going. You can buy this torch at any, like Walmart or something, in the smoking section, you know, where cigarettes are, or you can order it online. I ordered mine online.
You can also get it in the cooking section for flambeing things.
So just I'm really poor at this, but you want to just get enough sprinkles, or if you want, you can do a wheel, kind of orange up the side that you're going to drink on. I broke this orange. Adds a nice little oranginess to it. Did you forget to muddle again?
No, I just didn't crush as much. These glass are humped in the middle, so it's squished into a corner.
Yeah, getting the nice cocktail glass would be beneficial. You can also use a mixing glass if you want to muddle.
Just adds extra dishes, though.
Just go with simple syrup to your first few times. About ready?
Well, if you don't like grinds in the end of your, like sugar crystals in the end of your glass, which it's, you know, disruption to the texture, because then it just adds roughness.
So, not too long ago, we had a bunch of people over for a party, and it was packed in the bar and in the living room. You might have seen the pictures on my Bourbonandbooze Instagram. And I came in and Cody was bartending, huge crowd of people, and I made a smoked old-fashioned. It ended up being a show, and then you were making them off and on throughout the night. Okay. Go ahead, and we're going to use the fingers. You can see that smoke just pop up. And if you want, garnish. But that's the smoked old-fashioned. My garnish is kind of sad there. That's the smoked old-fashioned. You might have your own recipe. Let us know.
Nope, that didn't help.
You can try, like I say, the sugar cube or the simple syrup, or
Sad garnish. That's why we don't do garnishes. They look pathetic.
Or maple syrup. You could even probably think about doing some other things, like an agave-flavored simple syrup. Give it a little different spin to it.
That smells good.
Tell us what your favorite bourbon or rye is to use. Normally, you use bullet rye. We have used some craft distilled ryes from around here. This is our first one with wild turkey, and it actually turns out really well. Unfortunately, that's a 80 proof, not the 101. So, and it looks like somebody's going to do an absinthe rinse, or is that a rose flower rinse? Rose flower.
Absinthe.
Oh, absinthe. The man who doesn't like absinthe.
I try it when I need to.
So when you add absinthe to this, all you're doing is making a smoked
Sazerac. Does Sazerac have the sugar cube?
Ooh, you're gonna put that on top? I wonder if it's gonna go poof.
It's not that high proof.
No, but I would have sprayed last. But
I wanted to smoke it and give it a little bit more. So what's in the Sazerac again?
Sazerac is rye.
Rye.
And
I'll use bourbon.
simple syrup.
And simple syrup. So it's literally the same thing.
Basically the same thing.
But with absinthe and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Without the absinthe rinse.
Just use sugar cube then.
Nope. He's using the sugar cube. All right, so tell us what you think. We're going to keep making drinks here. Are we waiting to see how this turns out?
Yeah, I want to see if it turns out bad.
Okay. So make sure you check out all of our other videos. We have Mondays are oddities, and we usually have a pretty cool non-whiskey liquor, such as vodka, tequila, liqueurs, gins, all sorts of cool things. For the life of me, I can't quite remember what we did this past Monday. It's been a very, very busy week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are always whiskey or flavored whiskeys, and yesterday we had the Talisker Storm, which was our first real 5-barrel for 2021, and we're almost done with 2021. I will double check that, but I think...
Did you straighten out the wibbly wobbly time issues we were having with that?
I don't know.
Of not knowing when we did it, so we were mentioning it like a week before we did it.
Yeah, so you could just watch that and see. We always screw things up. And then Wednesdays are coffees, and I did a UK coffee this week, so you can check those out. Coffees are very popular episodes, so check those out. And then, of course, Fridays are cocktails, and it's good to be back in the bar after so long, making cocktails. And hanging out with you.
Making abominations.
Abomination.
Here.
So that's the Sazerac.
This turns out good.
Smoked Sazerac.
It's the abomination. It's the, yeah. No, it's not the Sazerac, it's not a rye.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
It's an abomination.
It's a smoked whiskey with a absinthe twist. Oh, wow.
It's an abomination, but
very
it's good.
Smoky. Yeah, that's really good.
The abomination. We added an extra episode.
Did you do Angostura in it? Mm-hmm. That's really good. That's another thing with bitters. You have a whole choice of bitters. We chose the regular Angostura, but we could get the orange bitters or all sorts of different flavors that we have down here. So tell us what you think.
That's a rabbit hole.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Check out merchandise, but also check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And yeah, hopefully you have a great Friday. It's turning cool here, so winter's hopefully upon us.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Hopefully it's cool in your area, not too bad. And we will see you on Monday for some sort of oddity liquor. I haven't even decided what we're doing. So have a great weekend, guys. Bye.
Bye.